right, let's make an Oktoberfest pizza. Here's our regular Gozney dough, recipe in the link below. Put that in some fine semolina. Both sides. For this pizza, I'm going to be making the pretzel crust, so I will be using a screen for this pizza. The reason I'm going to use a pizza screen is I'll have to put that baking soda water solution on the crust. If you get so much as a drop of liquid on your pizza peel, it can be tragedy. That pizza can stick, not come off. It causes a lot of problems. So I'll go ahead and use a screen today. So 14-inch screen. I seasoned the screen, basically sprayed it with oil, put it in the oven, 400 degrees, about 30 minutes. Should be pretty non-stick. Get our pizza on here. All right. And here's that ricotta cream that we made earlier. To make the ricotta cream super simple, equal parts whipping cream, whole milk ricotta, one garlic clove, and a little salt. Perfect consistency. Just a couple of spoonfuls on here. Spread it around. Make sure you leave plenty of room on the edge for that pretzel crust. Next, we're going to go in with our Gouda. Get a nice even layer of Gouda on here. Perfect. Some bratwurst. These are some brats that I smoked earlier today, sliced up. And then we'll get the caramelized onions. Just kind of put that in some of the places when there's not any bratwurst. Oh, this is going to be a good pizza. Oh, I can tell this is going to be a good pizza. All right. This is half a cup of water, 2 tablespoons baking soda. We'll just get this. This baking soda solution, you can see it gets kind of messy, gets on the cutting board. If this would get on the peel, it would act like a brake. As soon as you try to load that pizza, it would hit that water, stop, and make a big mess. Make sure you got plenty of this. And then the final ingredient, some pretzel salt. Here's our Oktoberfest pizza. Let's get it in the oven. I'm going to let this cook about 3 minutes. Make sure that crust is nice and firm. I'll be able to pull that screen out. We'll cook the pie the rest of the time on the stone floor of the Gozney Arc XL. Here's that beer cheese. Start with the cast iron skillet. We'll add a little bit of cheap beer, about a quarter cup. Now the most important ingredient to keep this cheese from separating is some sodium citrate. You can pick this up off Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below. If you don't want to use sodium citrate, just use a teaspoon of flour with a teaspoon of butter. Add about a quarter cup of milk. That should work just fine also. Here, add that sodium citrate. Give that a stir. And just let that come up to a boil. Right, the beer has come up to a simmer. Next we'll add 4 ounces grated sharp cheddar cheese. And that sodium citrate will act as an emulsifier, keep that cheddar cheese from breaking in the hot liquid. After a couple of minutes, we have a smooth cheese sauce. Just add a couple more things to it. A little bit of Dijon mustard, because mustard and cheddar goes perfect together. Teaspoon or so. And just a pinch of cayenne. Give it a taste. Perfect. Here's that beer cheese we'll just drizzle all over. Don't think you can have too much. I'll be drinking this Oktoberfest from Gozney Brewing. Okay, so let's recap what we did. This is a 350 gram dough ball, stretched out to 14 inches on a pizza screen. I laid down some ricotta cream, had a little garlic mixed in, put some Gouda on top, some smoked bratwurst on top of the Gouda, some caramelized onions on top of that. We did a mixture of 1/2 cup hot water with 2 tablespoons baking soda. Cooked this in the Gozney arc, 800 degrees. Took about 7 minutes, cooked it about 3 minutes on the screen. Took the screen out from underneath, cooked it for another 4 or 5 minutes. All just on top of the Gozney arc pizza stone. Got this beautiful brown pretzel crust color. Beer cheese to go on top. Drizzled that beer cheese on top. I think the only thing left now is to have a taste. See the bottom. Nice brown on the bottom. Got this salt sticking to it, this pretzel salt. Wow. I don't know how it could get any better. Let's have a taste of this pretzel crust. Looks like a pretzel, tastes like a pretzel. That's really good. All right, everybody, thanks again for watching. Be sure to hit that like button down below. If you make this Oktoberfest pretzel crust pizza, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. If you have any other ideas for pizzas to make on the Gozney Arc XL, leave them in the comments below, and thanks for watching.